Hi and welcome to the Greenbird's Bead Kingdom. My name is Tatiana and I'm here with the new jewelry making tutorial for you. In this video I'm going to show you how to make these lovely, elegant neck jewelry pieces. The list of the materials I'm using can be found in the description field under this video, so go to your stash or to your local bead store, grab supplies, and before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And now let's get started. For the work we will need fireline thread. I have 4 pounds here, black, flex ride wire 0.18, 49 strands, and also the beads you will be weaving with. I will use 8 mm Swarovski 5000 beads and 2 sizes of zircons, 3 and 2 millimeters. I will also need crimps, which are sold in these sets, clamshells, which are a type of findings used to attach clasps, and the clasps themselves. You will find the complete list of materials in the description below this video. We unwind as much fireline from the spool as the length we want our necklace to be, and fold it in half. We will have a double thread. Thread it through the needle. I took a shorter one specifically to make it easier to demonstrate. Choose a longer one. And now, thread a crimp onto the needle, pass the needle through the crimp, go to the end, and then go through the crimp again in the same direction with the needle. So we make this little loop, tying a small knot over the crimp. See, like this. Imagine that I have cut the wire to the length I want for my jewelry. To make it easier to demonstrate, I took a shorter one, but you should take a longer one. Insert it right here into the crimp. The end doesn't have to be long, just a small one like this. Now I take the magic crimper and crimp this crimp. I turn it into a bead like this. Squeeze. Turn it at an angle, 90 degrees. Squeeze again. Let's do this a few times. Twist it back and forth. Squeeze it so that the crimp turns into a neat bead. See? It looks like this. Now I'll flatten it a bit more. Additional securing. Make sure nothing moves out of place. Great. Now we will cut off all these ends here. Let's say snip. You see, even the Tronex doesn't cut the fireline very well. Here's what we have. At the end there's a crimp holding 2 fireline threads and 1 wire. We take a shell-like finding and insert the needle into it. Pass the wire through this hole, pull it tight, put on a crimp and squeeze it. This is how it looks. We have attached the findings on one side, and now we are ready to create beauty. String a large 3 mm zircon onto the wire, followed by an 8 mm faceted bead. This is how it looks. Now repeat this process several more times. Small bead, large bead, small bead again, 3 mm. Here is the large bead, and again the small bead. Make this row as long as you want your jewelry to be. I will leave 3 for now to make it easier to show. Here I will use my favorite tool called a bead stopper, a little spring that helps keep all the beads in place so they don't fall off. Get one for yourself. It's a very handy tool. Now pass the needle through the zircon, through the first one like this. The needle, which is size 12, doesn't go through here, so I will cut it off from here. No, it won't work for me. Take a thin needle, size 15, which is the thinnest needle for bead weaving, and thread the fireline through it. You see, if the needle doesn't go through the bead, we need to either take another bead or a thinner wire, but I don't want to take a thinner wire because I have very heavy large beads, so I take the thinnest needle. And now, attempt number 2. We try to go through the zircon. It worked perfectly. We go through one zircon, then thread this combination onto the needle, small, large, small, large, small zircon. Send it all down, pull the large bead up, and pass through this bead like this. Now I will help myself with a tool. If the needle doesn't go through, you can use a tool to help. Just pull it like this. Look at what we have here. The small beads are wrapping around the big one. Now let's string this combination again. Small, big, small, big, small. Pull the beads tight, and we'll go through the other side. Through the zircon like this, we'll dive in here. We pull tight, pull everything tight, pull tight. This is how it looks. And we continue to wrap all the beads in this way until you make the jewelry the desired length. This can be a bracelet, it can be a small bracelet, or it can be a long necklace. Here I have strung a combination of such beads again. I send it down, and now from the other side, I wrap around the large bead and pass through the zircon, which is already waiting for me here. I pull tight. This is what I get. Here, I have assembled the beads to this length. I pulled it to the end. During the process, I decided that I wanted it to be as long as possible. So I filled the wire with beads right up to the very tip. And now, watch what we do. Now I take the clasp and pass through it with the needle. Then I pass the wire through this clasp like this. I pull it to the end. See, what do I get? At the end of the wire, make sure to pull tight at the clasp here. So you see my wire is loose here. This shouldn't happen. You need to pull tight, pull everything tight, pull tight, just like this. So that nothing is loose anywhere. Like this, as close as possible here, as close as possible there. And now we put on the crimp. Let's just take a look. Yes, it goes in there. We thread the crimp onto the needle, pull it through, and also pass the wire through this crimp. We pull everything tight again. Everything has loosened here again. This is very important, extremely important. And now we will pass the needle through this crimp once more. We will make a loop. Look, my needle has come out of the crimp, and I dive back in from bottom to top. So I go around it. Like this, we pass through. See, I made a loop around the crimp. Now we pull it tight and push it as close as possible inside. And while it's inside, we tighten it. Look, we pulled it tight like this. And now we will crimp it there. It's hard to get in there with the magic crimper. So we will use cutters, or rather flatten it with pliers instead of cutters. We flatten the crimp firmly. Make sure nothing slips out. Mine is not tight enough right now, so I need to do it again. Let me try to open the clasp as much as possible at my own risk and use the magic crimper here to try to do this. Now one of two things will happen. Either it will work or the clasp will break when we close it back. We will find out. All done, crimp is flattened. We check and we say bite, the final bite. We cut the wire, we cut the fire line, see what we get. And now we close the clasp. I'll flatten it a bit more here. There, and we close it. All done, it's perfect, it held up. See what we have here. We attached clasps on both sides of the necklace, like this. Now we take a jump ring. I am using this oval one. I hold it with one tool. And with the second tool, I will open the ring, like this. I will just put it on the clasp. And here I will also definitely add this kind of bail fitting. Close it. Let's straighten it if needed. And I will do the same on the other side. Another ring. I will open it. I will carefully put beads, a bail, and precisely close it. Look at what we have here. There are just two bails on the edges, which I will simply attach to this type of lobster clasp on one side and the other. This is how my necklace will close. Okay, actually this could be a finished jewelry piece, but I'm not going to stop here yet. I'm going to add chain to this to make it even more beautiful. So I'm taking this chain, I'm taking my pliers, and where is my jump ring? Oh, again, I lost it. Okay, that's it. Here it is. So I'm taking the jump ring with my pliers, and now I'm going to put my chain onto this jump ring, then the bail, then I'm taking my second tool and I'm going to close this, and absolutely the same thing I'm going to make at the other end. So I'm going to add the bail here. By the way, I know you noticed my beautiful ring. Good news for you, I made it myself and I created a tutorial. You can find it here and you can replicate this ring for yourself. Okay, now I'm ready to add this chain. I'm going to put this onto my clasp, just like this. And the necklace is ready. Actually, this is not only one necklace. Here we have two necklaces, because we've added two rings onto both ends of this necklace, just like this. So see, these rings are here, and now we can close it like this, and this necklace can be worn like this. And the second variant is a longer necklace, can be worn like this. Ta-da! Actually, it doesn't look beautiful on me. I want to show this on Daria, who's standing right there with the camera. So Daria, come here. So that's it. Very beautiful and versatile, suitable for every outfit. This necklace is gorgeous. I know you'll like it, and I know you'll like this tutorial, so don't forget to actually like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I want to show you two more variants. This is kind of bridal looking jewelry. I've made it absolutely in the same manner, but I've used these pearls instead of these beads. And again, elegant and very nice looking. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Please subscribe to our channel and come back next week for more tutorials. See you soon. Goodbye.